you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! You guys, girls, dogs, cats, pigs. That's right. We do not judge here on the Sunshine Show. I am so stoked to be here with you guys this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever in the world you may roam. Because that's right. The Sunshine Show is worldwide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I have a very special guest for you. I have the one and only, the most amazing, the most phenomenal, the most fabulous, the most Bowie of them all, the most Azzy of them all, depending on which brother you speak to. All right, you guys, I have Tim Azzy in the house. What's up,
Yo,
Tim?
yo, what up, Sunshine? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing this wonderful evening?
I am actually doing great. It's been couple rough weeks, but that's nothing to say, like in the music industry for sure.
A couple of rough weeks. I can definitely feel that. It's been a couple of rough weeks over here too, and I'm so glad to get over this hump with this amazing interview that everybody has been waiting for.
I'm pumped, man. I can't wait. The last one was super great. The last few you've had that I've watched have been amazing, so I'm pumped.
The follow-up round 2.
Let's go.
All right. So, Tim, it's been a while since we caught up. I think roughly over a year probably since the last
Yeah.
time we chatted.
Yep. It was definitely like June or July last year, I think. I can't remember.
And I feel like you've had so much going on in your world, and I can't wait to get into it with you. What's the biggest change that's happened recently for you, Tim?
Oh man. I don't know. I would probably have to say just the success that Kyle Smith is having at this time. Um, he's amazing with promoting and marketing himself, and we go back to promoters who we've booked with before, and they continue to help develop and build the band. And we just keep getting better shows every single time, and it's just awesome to watch. Like I'm just extremely humbled to work with Kyle. I love watching his growth, and that's just one of the artists that I work with. So yeah, it's amazing to see though.
When I was thinking of this question, I automatically thought of your move to Colorado, but I love how you already jumped into work mode, Tim.
Yeah, no, man, absolutely. Honestly, Colorado has been amazing so far. Jess and I, we were so stoked to move out here. We've obviously visited quite a bit to make the decision to move out. But it was like between here and Bend, and then just based off like housing and job offers and stuff like that, we just decided to pull the trigger on Denver, and we're loving it so far.
What is your most favorite thing about Denver, Colorado?
Man, honestly, it's still too soon to say that. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say that. Like I love it so far, but all I've done here since I've been here is like work from home, and I love that. You know what I mean? But no, we've gone to some great shows out here. Cervantes is obviously always amazing. We're stoked for the Red Rocks lineup getting released, so we're definitely going to some shows out there. We got friends coming in town for Red Rocks, Fiddler's Green, and just different shows. So I would say that's definitely got us excited.
Denver definitely holds a very special place in my heart. Denver is home to many Jay Bianchi bars, including Be Off Key, Psychedelic Ripple, Sancho's Broken Arrow,
Heck yeah.
a few different
Didn't
ones.
he do Ophelia's before too? I think he did.
Ophelia's, yeah.
I have not been there yet, but we are super pumped to go to our first show out there. It's supposed to be an amazing spot.
Cervantes is also a
Yeah.
Jay Bianchi original. So
Heck yeah. I
for
love it.
anybody in Colorado who's going to visit Colorado, if you've not been to one of these amazing Jay Bianchi bars, you have to go check it out, man.
Oh
They are
yeah.
epic.
I hear it's amazing and I can't wait to go.
Epic. All right, let's check out this chat. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this interview. We have I don't know, there was a rumor going around that maybe you had a twin brother out there.
I do, man. He was actually, I think he was with us on the last one. That made it super fun. I started getting like nervous before this one, and I realized it was because he's not here with me. And, like he made it like super chill, and it was really fun. So yeah, he's definitely watching. I think he got off today, so he's watching.
He is here. Welcome, Sean Azzy in the chat. This is a reunion, I feel like, of the Brothers Azzy, which is my band, your band, and Sean's band, our dream.
Absolutely, man. It was great. We had Sean come out to Colorado a couple weeks ago, man. It was super fun.
Ah, very cool. What were the highlights of that trip?
Honestly, there wasn't a whole lot. We just went. I mean, the highlight probably. I mean, it was my wife's birthday, so that was definitely the highlight. And we went out to the elevator show. That was awesome. And yeah, just like just explored Denver a little bit, and then just hung out here, man. Just the stuff we used to do.
Very cool. All
Yeah.
right, we got my wife, Lindsay motherfucking Cantu in the house.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Trouble. What is your favorite Lindsay story that you can share with us?
Oh man, there's not. I don't think there's many I can share. But nah, man, Lizzie's awesome, dude. It was really weird. Like, I mean, I think we for the most part just met through my brother, but she's just super cool. She loves the music. She loves the people in the bands. And recently, I just found out, like, she's a good writer, and so I'm hoping to like turn her over to start doing some like music reviews and stuff with a couple other really cool like you know places that release music and reviews and things like that. So I'm hoping to get her involved with that for sure.
Hell yeah, we
Yeah.
love this. All right, we got my bestie, Janet Eason in the house. What's up, Janet?
What up?
Let's see. Lindsay says there is a big ass Tim size hole in San Diego and a tiny Jess size hole.
Yeah, it kind of goes with our size and proportion. You know what I'm saying? Big here, small there, whatever. But yeah, man, San Diego was great, dude. We made the best of it in 7 years. Honestly, it's probably why I am where I am now, and that was pretty much the whole point of going there for me. So I couldn't be more stoked about just the time we spent in San Diego, the people we met, the networking we did, and just like all the people in San Diego. It was just amazing. But we're stoked to start this new part.
Very nice. We got Weege in the house, and I believe Weege is actually out there in Colorado.
Yeah, he is, man. We haven't linked up yet. I'm stoked to link up with Luigi.
Luigi. We got Steve Stoddard in the house. What's
That's
up?
my homie, man. Love you, Steve. Stay up, brother.
You guys already know how this works. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for the one and only Tim Azzy, drop them there in the comment section. This only happens about once a year, you guys. So it's not quite dark here yet, but it will be. And this will be Sunny C and Tim Azzy after dark. All right.
Let's go, man. I've been super pumped for it, man. The last one was so fun. We had such a great time. I was in San Diego, obviously. Now I'm sitting in my closed room because it's a little cold out right now in Denver. But I couldn't be more happy, man. But yeah, dude, I'm super pumped. Like, happy to get on here all the time. I love talking with you. Love going through everything. And yeah, man, I'm stoked.
Time for a party. We got Mike Torn all the way from Canada. What's up, Mike? We got Paul Tarr from Colorado. Another Coloradioan in the house.
Hell yeah. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Very, very cool. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Let's see. I'm just trying to look through these comments really quick. We got Erica Reese in the house all the way from Corpus Christi, Texas. What's up, Eric?
Steven, what up, Eric? We got some good bands down in Texas this week. I got Josh Heinrichs down there with the Phil Lerma band, man. They're crushing it. I think they're in Corpus tonight, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Those are my stomping grounds, my old stomping grounds.
I love it. That's right. I remember, man. Absolutely.
Let's see. Jason says, did someone say holes?
Yeah, we got holes over here, bro. Send those avails quick. Love it. Too funny.
Let's see. Luigi says in Colorado, just lower your expectations for Mexican food, Tim. Laugh out loud. Going from Dago Taquerias to Denver Mexican food is quite difficult.
Hey, man, it's totally different. Honestly, Jess prefers out here. Like when we grew up in Virginia, and out in Virginia, it's basically like Tex-Mex. They don't understand what Mexican food is for the most part. But being out here, you get that Tex-Mex flavor, and it's totally different. Obviously, they throw green chili on everything. You gotta kind of stay away from that. Like, just chill. But it's such a different flavor, and it's great to be out here. Like, we were honestly like, we were right at the Tijuana border. We're in San Diego, so you can't like compete with anything out there for Mexican food. But when you change it up to Tex-Mex and Southwestern and stuff like that, it's a little bit different. There's great food out here.
You mentioned Tijuana. Do you have any good Tijuana stories? Did you guys spend a
Mm-mm.
lot of time over there?
Not barely any time, man. Maybe 24 hours max. Oh my god, that's still coming up. Watch out.
Let's see, we got Tanya D in the house. She says,
Tanya's awesome. We love Tanya. Her and her husband are amazing. Brett's
very
so
cool.
fucking cool, man.
Where's
Yeah, dude.
Tanya? Where's Tanya located?
They're up in what's actually called Mellow Valley, California. So you're just like a little bit west of Tahoe, and just like south of Nevada City. I think that's what it is. But just an amazing area. They live right on this spot called the Spanish Creek. It's just beautiful. All the bands are welcome with them. They throw this Aloha party every year, and they're just amazing people.
Very cool. We got Stephanie Lynn in the house. She says hello from Idaho.
What up? What up? How's it going?
We
I
got
saw Jaybird. Caw. I saw that. I saw you, Jaybird.
what's up from Ben. We got Sean Kaywood in the house. Did you say
That's my homie, man. We work every day, dude. That Sean's Kyle Smith's tour manager, dude. We communicate every single day.
oh,
Everything has just gotten nothing but smooth since Sean has joined on board. He's such a great part of the team. Couldn't be more stoked to have him, man.
love Sean. He is a great guy. We got Gilbert Barrentas in the house from
Yep.
San Antonio,
What up,
Texas.
Gilbert?
We got Selena. What's up, Selena? How you doing? All right, guys. We got John Felice in the house.
That's my homie, man. John Felice, one of the best guitarists I've ever known. Music theory and all of it. He could do anything, man. Just an amazing musician.
Now, some would say that about you, Tim.
Hey, man, I don't know. I just play every now and again. Like, God, it's so few and far between now when I actually get time to play. I mean, it's so therapeutic at that point. I just love it for that exact reason. I mean, that's pretty much the only reason I play anymore, just to get away from everything else, you know?
For sure. All right, we got Mama Cantu all the way from Kingsville, Texas in the house. What's up,
What
Mama?
up, Mama? How you doing?
We got Andy Williams from Canada. We got my bestie, my sister, Amelia Dial, all the way from Austin, Texas.
What up? Let's go, Austin. Y'all got some good shows coming up. Josh Heinrich's in the house. Let's go.
We got Catherine Benson. What's up, Kat?
What up, Cat? Catalyst Entertainment. Let's fucking go.
Here is my Jay Bird.
Go, caw.
We love a good Jay Bird on this show. All right, all
Taylor's the
right, all
man,
right.
dude. One of the best bassists out there.
Let's see. Lindsay says
Other than
shots
you. Other
fired.
than you.
We got Tommy Pham in the house. What's up, Tommy? How you doing?
What up, Tommy?
Big love to you. All right, let's see. Jason saying lies.
Jason, man, we've known each other since basically elementary school, dude. That's a long time relationship, man.
Very nice.
Nothing but good times. And he actually moved out to San Diego right before we left, which was a little unfortunate, but now I know he wants to get out to Colorado, so we're in the spot where he wants to be. So
All right, we got Jen Lopez in the house. Wait, we got J Lo.
J-Lo, my sister, yo, she up in there? Watch out.
J Lo's got to have some good stories about Tim Azzy. Wait, first of all, does she have nicknames for you and Sean, or what's the deal?
Oh, dude, I'm so sure. I don't even want to think about that right now, man. We got nicknames for J-Lo though. Bring those fly girls out, yo. We can bring that back. Let's go.
We got Lauren Thomas in the house. What's up, homie? How you
Yo,
doing?
what up?
All right, let's see. Now we got some questions coming in, so we'll go ahead and take this. First
Of course.
one, wife Lindsay. Let's hit those hard hitting shit. Let's hit those hard hitting journalistic questions now. Tim, who do you hate booking? Number two.
There's nobody I hate booking. If I didn't like booking, I wouldn't book them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, you work with musicians, you learn to deal with every type of personality that there is in the world for the most part. Some very egocentric, but you learn to work with that and you understand why they are the way they are. They're building a brand, they're building a band, and that's all that they're trying to do. And I appreciate the shit out of it. The ones that are doing that, they're the ones that are killing it out there right now.
Absolutely. Biggest secret in the scene.
Shit, I mean, I would never, but I'm not a rumor guy. Like, I don't I don't sit and think. I don't even have time to play guitar. How am I going to sit and think about rumors? Like I just don't have the time.
All right, all right. So then I guess you won't be giving us the third question. Who's cheating? We need to know.
Cheating? I don't know, man. If you got a formula that works, you got a formula that works. Cheating? I don't know. I mean, favoritism sometimes, maybe, yeah. But I mean, I think it's all about building the bands respectively. Depending upon who you're working with. But nah, no cheating. I don't know.
We love you, Lindsay. Keep the questions coming.
Bring them, Lindsay.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Gilbert wants to know, what kind of music do you play, compadre? So,
Oh, that's awesome.
maybe though you are a musician for sure, but I think maybe not we didn't even give you the introduction as far as, like, what you do specifically in the music
Sure,
industry, which maybe I just figured everybody knew.
you're
So,
totally right.
maybe, Tim, you should give us a little bit of an introduction.
You're totally right. Oh my god. I was thinking like I don't want to say anything I said in the last one, so let's just fucking roll with it. But nah man, I love booking bands. Like that's what I do. I had been involved in promotional street teaming and volunteering, like stickering places when we knew like shows were coming through. And I loved it. Like street teaming was great, but I knew I was meant to be a part of something a little bit greater than that. I wanted to make music my profession, regardless of how it was playing, working in the background, behind the scenes, whatever. And I realized like because of all the like skills that I had developed in my background, like I love booking. Like that's what I love to do. So yeah, no, I couldn't be more happy with my roster, with the bands that I work with, the way that they work, the way that they believe in themselves and continue to just do everything that's right. Like that's the reason I work with the bands that I work with.
And, can you give us a couple of the bands on your roster that you work with on the daily?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Kyle Smith is one of my favorite artists that I work with. He is, one of the best promoters of himself. He markets himself like I can't even explain. Like he doesn't have a marketing team or a management team, so he's doing all of this himself, and he crushes it. Obviously, I saw your Opie interview, and all Opie kept saying with his answers was just watch what Kyle Smith does, and
I know.
it's freaking true. Like it's so freaking true, and I love Opie for that. I love Opie for so many reasons, but it was amazing to watch that and hear that coming from him for real. But other than Kyle, I mean, I work with Mike Pinto, I work with Josh Heinrichs, Joey Harcum, Dale and the Z-Dubs Drifting Roots, Aaron Wolf, the Irie, Skylar Lutz, like the Sons of Paradise. Like there's so many bands that I love working with, and they specifically all have like the same passion. It's differently built. Everyone has a different formula, but everyone is believing in that dream. This is the passion. It's for the lifestyle. It's not for the money. We understand what it means to support when we need to, but we want to go out and get our headline numbers too. And they all get that. And that's why I love working with musicians I work with.
Very, very nice. All right, let's see, next question. Sorry, I just missed it. Here we go. From Luigi. Tim, have you ever considered opening up your services as an agency and do things like radio pitching and playlisting, film and TV sync publishing?
I've totally thought about it, but like at the point where I'm at and having no one else assisting me, like I'm trying to keep my head above water now. The bands obviously keep me extremely busy, and I love them for that. I want to do more. It's hard for me to take on a team that you're going to first entrust with, being being someone who's going to sit there and volunteer because that's what you got to do in the beginning is volunteer and show what you're worth and what your value is. And I hate saying I'm a control freak, but that's probably the reason I don't have anybody else working with me. When things go right, things go right. I love working with the bands. I think it could even be more difficult bringing to their attention that there is someone else working with me sometimes. So I'm happy to work with the bands I work with, and you do have to limit yourself. I mean, I have I have bands reaching out all the time, and it's amazing. Like I'm so thankful and humble for that reason. But I would never be that disservice to them because I've taken on more than I can chew, and then I would just never make anything happen for them. So you got to keep that list kind of small. Work with the people that you trust, and work with the people that have that same dream.
100%. Loving this. All right, let's see here. Okay, next question from Kat. Tim,
What up, Cat?
which promoter answers your emails the quickest?
Well, that's an interesting question. So a lot of promoters don't like working with reggae bands for whatever reason that is. But when you find them and they believe in the same thing you're believing in, which is developing these bands we're going to see when the bands we're seeing headline now are not headlining, those are the people you want to work with, man. Like that's who I want to work with. Few and far between. Like a lot of people are just looking at like, yeah, we got to fill the room. Like that's all we're trying to do. Cool, but how are you going to help me do that? I want to do it with you. I don't want to be a disservice to you. We take the same risk. Like, tell me how we're going to find the solution to book this show. You know what I mean? Um, but man, when you find good promoters, Cat's a great promoter. Um, another, I was actually thinking about saying this, like great promoters. Dano presents like for Reggae on the Way up in Tacoma. Billy Live Night, Billy in Tahoe and Reno. He's amazing. Al Beltran in Florida, Stewart specifically, Terra Firmata, just a freaking amazing guy you want to work with. Like, regardless of the band, they know we're working with developing bands. They're all about building them with me and with the band. And it's amazing to see when we all come together and we make these great shows happen. Like, that's what we're all trying to do. Do it as a team and don't work against each other.
Very well put. Tim, what are some of the more difficult things that you have to deal with, I guess, when you do maybe like say book a huge tour? Is it on you to promote? Is it on the bands to promote? Is it on like a street team? Like, how do you guys figure all that out?
Totally amazing question, honestly, because every band needs to know this. We might have touched base a little bit on the last one, but marketing is one of the biggest things. You know, like I was saying, like Kyle Smith knows how to market himself and promote himself. He knows exactly what to do without a marketing or management team, which is amazing to say. A lot of other bands can't do that. So I love working with bands with management for that reason and many other reasons too. Usually management has a great idea and concept as to how their marketing for this specific band should work. But yeah, man, like every band's at different levels. You know, you can sometimes only put so much money into a paid ad or whatever. It's all about timing. Do it right. Make sure you're targeting these right areas and all that stuff. But it's just one of the natures of the beast, and it's one of the things that I love about booking. One of the things I would have loved to get. I've been trying to get more people involved with is every band needs marketing. Every band needs management, whether it's social media management, marketing management, whatever. If you can't market yourself properly, someone else needs to be doing it for you.
Yeah.
But obviously, you work with a great promoter, you work with good venues. They obviously have budgets for that and everything. So you're trying to find that out on the front. And yeah, man, like I said, it's a mutual effort. You got to have all cylinders firing. So you need the promoter, you need the talent buyer, you need the venue, you need the agent, you need the management, you need the band, you need everything. It's just one of the things I love is that music wouldn't go on if it wasn't about teamwork, literally.
So, what happens if you book a couple of shows and say only like 5 tickets are sold? I mean,
Sure.
is it a flop? Does that even happen?
It does happen. It definitely happens. You know, 0 sold, 5 sold, 10, 20 sold, whatever. Um, it does happen. Some venues, every venue has an out, like for the most part. They can basically say, sorry, like this show is not going to do it. We can't waste the money on our resources, which includes staff, and all that stuff. So we got to cancel it. And it does happen. You want it to not happen. A lot of times people know reggae is walk up. So regardless of pre-sales, we're going to bring 100 people walking up to that show trying to get in that night, especially if it's a venue where they promote hard and they know who their people are that are coming to these shows. Ocean Beach is a prime example, like Winston's. You could have 20 pre-sale, but that could still equate to 100, 150 walk up. So I'm not going to say they don't care, but like, yeah, they want there to be more pre-sale, but they sit and rely on this like walking crowd around Ocean Beach that they know is going to hit this show. You know what I mean? And it's one of the amazing things about San Diego and Ocean Beach is a show that does great in Ocean Beach won't necessarily do well in San Diego.
Now, can we equate reggae with like, I mean, I know we can. I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, is it because everybody's just getting high and we don't care
Dude,
about buying our tickets to
dude, well, I can definitely go there. I mean, I tell everyone like that I work with, and it's not even that I'm telling them. I'm hearing it from buyers, from promoters. Like the reason promoters don't work with reggae bands is because their fans don't drink and everyone goes outside and smokes. You know, they leave after the second band and don't stay for the headliner because they're all fucking high as shit. And it's I have no problem with it. I get it. I know what they're saying. Like I totally get it. You want to bring people to that club that are going to drink and keep the bar making money. Like that's how they make money. Especially if you're getting a good deal from them, where most of the money from ticketing goes to the band. They're relying heavily on people drinking. Literally, like that's all it is. So yeah, you figure that out. You figure out the venues and the promoters that are stoked and want to develop the bands. But then you also know where you're taking risk, and you know you got to eliminate some risk on both sides. So that's one of the reasons I got involved with this. Is you don't want the venue taking all the risk, and like you said, like they had 20 pre-sales. What are we going to do on the rest of the night? Well, we're hoping to at least sell another 100 walk up. So yeah, it's all about like mutually agreeing on offers and radius clauses and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Sure. All right, let's take another question.
Sure.
Tanya wants to know, are there any new bands that you're booking or working with?
Not really any new bands. For the most part, I am not able to take on new bands, and it kind of sucks because I love helping bands develop, but at the same time, I've been working with this specific roster that I've been working with, and our development's going well. So you know, again, the same thing. Like if I was taking more on, I'd just be a disservice to them and the current clientele. But nah, man, I love working with the artists I work with, and I think they're all doing great. Like building their, you know, building the repertoire, building all their shows, getting their hard ticket counts, and all that stuff.
Okay, so has there ever been a time when you're like, I just absolutely cannot take on any more bands, but yet there's this like super special, amazing email that like comes through your computer, or like maybe somebody shows up at your doorstep with like a red balloon dressed as like it or something? Like, what is the band that has like broke through the barriers, or has there been a band that's done that for you?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily that I've taken on when I knew I was at capacity or beyond capacity, but there's been bands that I've reached out to and asked to book. There's been bands that have reached out to me and asked to book, and I told them the same thing I'm telling you. Like, I'd be a disservice unless I lose an artist for some reason, which I hope I never do. That would be the only way beneficially for both of us for me to take you on. And it has happened, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it, and it sucks too because you know some bands die off or whatever, they fade off, and you're just like, you know, you that was my like true passion or whatever. You're trying to build them up, but because you know they slowed down or whatever the case might be, you're able to take on this other artist who happens to maybe be a large artist, and I love that.
Very, very nice. So nobody's showing up at your doorstep with a red balloon dressed as not Cousin It. Why did I say Cousin It? No, dressed as it. Okay,
I'm
sorry.
thinking of the Ferris Bueller like nurse chick that comes to the door. That's all I'm picturing right now, dude. Too funny.
Oh man, we got Jesse Duran in the house.
What
What's
up, Jesse? Love the Durans, man. They're amazing. Love them.
up?
They're fucking awesome.
Absolutely 100% Matt and Jesse. We got Sal, the world-renowned artist in the
What
house.
up? How's it going, Sal?
Good to see you, Sal. All right. We got Carrie Rise in the house.
Carrie, what up? She's awesome, man. I've had her, you know, dude, I met Carrie like because of going to this awesome thing which another promoter did in Wyoming, Reggae in the Rockies. That's how I met Carrie, man. And she's freaking awesome. And then she started going to like Closer to the Sun, and she's out there like performing solo stuff at the end of the night, and all these bands are like coming out and seeing her, and it's amazing to see. Like that's growth. Like that's normal growth. It's organic, and it's amazing to see. And I love working with Carrie.
If you guys are not already following Carrie, make sure to do that today. She's an amazing bassist, singer, songwriter. What is it? Sunsmith? Which band does she play with?
She was working with Sunsmith. I think I heard she might be out of Sunsmith, but only to just make bigger things happen. You know what I mean? And she actually just opened this one gig for Aaron Wolf and the Irie out in San Diego, and that was a cool show. But I love working with Carrie and getting her on shows with my bands. She's amazing.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Sal says that Florida is always a reggae vibe, and he actually met Tim in
Yep.
Jupiter.
Yeah, I think that was when I was actually playing with Drifting Roots, and we were playing Guanabana. It's one of the most amazing venues you can ever go to. You're like just sitting on the water in Jupiter. Super dope spot. Love Sal. Awesome guy, man.
And once again, I'm going to do a shameless promotion for Salvador Anastasia. If you guys are not already following him, make sure to follow him today. Funny, talented, and just overall very humble and amazing human.
Totally.
And I'm very blessed
Absolutely,
to
man.
have you in my house. You're not in my house, but I mean you're kind of in my house. Anyways,
We in your house, yo.
we got Eugene Bradley in the house. What's up, Eugene? I love
What
you
up,
so
Eugene?
much. I see you have a question here for Tim. He says, Tim, which animal do you think would dance best to reggae when properly trained?
Man,
I
that's a
love
great
this
question. I love
question.
that actually. Um, I'm man. For some reason, I was leaning to elephant at first, but I know that's not right. So then monkey came to mind. I don't know.
Maybe like with the elephant trunk, like, you know,
It was elephant or monkey for me.
I'm digging it. I'm gonna have to go with the sloth. I don't know if they
I
I
love that. Yeah,
slowly.
they're definitely going that slow fucking reggae.
Yeah. I'm down with that. All right, let's see. We got Megan Richardson in the house, all the way
What
from
up?
Ohio. What's
How's it
up,
going,
Megan?
Megan?
Lisa A in the house, Aragon. I would love to help market. So if somebody was interested in helping market the bands, how would they go about doing that?
Oh man, I love that question all the time, man. It reminds me about how people would say, "How do you go about booking bands?" And really, what it's about is putting yourself out there and making them understand what your value is. It could take a year, it could take 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to volunteer at first. Understand what marketing a band is. But man, if you could show your value with that, that can equate to putting 30 to 50 people in a room as opposed to putting 200 people in a room. Marketing is what every band needs. Period.
And everybody's going to help us market this show tonight. Everybody make sure to share this stream. Let's get the numbers up.
Let's
Uh,
go.
we're already having a party here with you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow.
Ah!
I feel like one of those YouTubers I was just watching a little while
Saw
ago.
it up there, man. He was up there for a second here. Flying through, bro. Watch out.
All right, let's see. Tommy Pham, have you worked with Rocksteady in Farmington, California?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely, man. They're amazing people to work with. They have that dream, man. Like they understand what it's about developing artists. I mean, that's pretty much all you can say. But yes, they're amazing. I had had Aaron Wolf and someone else on there last year. We got Josh Heinrichs and Pipe Down on there this year. And I'm hoping to get a couple more artists on another one that they're planning to do in the fall.
Very, very nice. All right, we got Michael Mike in the house.
Mike,
M
what up?
squared. Hey, Eminem. All right, let's see. Lindsay, my wife, says, I love how much Tim hates his job and never works.
Yeah, man. Like the eyes. Are you seeing this? This is like 12 to 17 hours a day, man. Like that's pretty. I was gonna wear shades, but I was like, I'm inside. I can't wear shades tonight. But yeah, man. That's what it's about, though. Like you have a passion for something, like you just go after it. It is, it's extremely exhausting. It totally is.
Next time you come on the show, maybe you will have the tattoos always tired like Post Malone.
I love it. That would be amazing.
We could do just the temporary tattoos. I'm down for this.
Funny, man. I love it.
All
I
right, we
love
got
it.
my buddy Eddie in the chat, and Eddie is actually also an amazing illustrator, graphic designer,
Hell yeah.
and he lives in Denver. I think you still live there, Eddie, right?
Awesome.
That's where I met him at a J. Bianchi bar.
Nice.
Thank you, Eddie, for hanging with us. And he says, you're a wonderful guest for this show. Oh,
Oh,
yes, for this show.
yeah. I love it. Not tomorrow's or the next one, but this
No. This one.
one. Hell yeah, I love it, man.
We got Carlos Bacera in the house.
What up, Carlos?
Carlos runs the karaoke at the Catalyst
Yeah, absolutely,
on
man.
Tuesday nights, maybe? I'm not really
Amazing,
sure.
amazing venue. Yo, thanks for the support on the Kyle Smith show, man. Appreciate you guys. That was an amazing show. Oh yeah.
All right, let's see. We got Kelly Henderson in the chat.
What up? How's it going, Kelly?
How you doing, Kelly? We got Dave Resin in the house.
Yo, Surf Roots represent.
Surf Roots in the house. Surf Roots in the house. Love Surf Roots. We got Brian Harding. He goes, yo, Timmy.
Be hard. What good, bro?
Oh no, you just went there. Next show, you're gonna come out with Always Tired and a shirt that says Be Hard.
Love it. Absolutely. I'm down.
All right, Sean.
Next festival attire for sure.
Sean says, I heard that you were feeling ill, headaches, fever. What does this
Feeling.
mean?
Oh my god. That's another Ferris Bueller quote. So I love
All
it.
right,
That's
let's see.
the nurse at the door, man.
There we go. Well, okay. Andy from Canada. Where in Canada are you, Andy? Remind me. He says, how much does momentum in the band help its success?
Oh, it's everything. Like, man, I learned this from a couple people. Like, I'm not your silver bullet, man. Y'all got to have something figured out for the band already. You know what I mean? Like, it's not one person who's going to make a band succeed. It is a team. Um, it does take the band promoting and marketing themselves to get shows in order for an agent to be, ready to take them on. They got to see some type of history or whatever, hard ticket history or, supporting larger bands or whatever. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
All right, next question. Weege. Tim, are you ever going to start a band? Weege obviously doesn't already know about our band that we're getting started called the
Yeah,
Tim
man.
Azzy.
You
Okay.
didn't know about that already, bro. But nah, man. If I ever started a band again, it would be my brother for sure. But at this
And I'm
point,
on
like,
bass. Okay.
you're on bass. You're on bass. Yeah, we got that drum and bass connected and dialed, bro. For real. Every band is looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Like serious. But I would love to. I don't have it in me. I think the things that I would do if I was getting musically involved outside of like booking or whatever, um, I would love to like submit like soundtracks and just like frigging sounds that you hear in movies. Like that's what I think I would be interested in doing because I love just tweaking pedals and noise and sounds effects. Like I love that shit.
Very nice. All right, let's see. Tanya D says, hey, Tim, let's throw some shows in Quincy. We can book a venue direct in the bands and you make the money.
We doing that, dude. Again, Tanya and her husband Brett, they're freaking amazing. We have thrown shows in Quincy at the Drunk Brush Wine Bar, and they've gone great. And then outside of that, like that's just one like stopping point away from Tahoe and between Tahoe and Nevada City or Sacramento or whatever. So they're amazing to work with. Sometimes it's hard to book shows there, but they're just awesome, man. I love Tanya and Brett, man. One of the last places Jess and I visited when we were in California was their place, and I was just like, man, we are leaving here, aren't we? But it was amazing. They're awesome.
All right, Eddie says, get the bars that loot. Bars that loot is a dope relationship.
Damn right, man. You gotta get the bars to loot. So those drinking bands, they really help doing that. I promise.
Well, maybe you can ask, or sorry, maybe you can answer the rewind. Maybe you can answer the age-old question: why do bars not like to pay musicians?
It's not
What's
just
their word?
bars. It's not just bars. It's any venue, man. And obviously, we see that just in the offers we get. They're the same as they were 10 and 20 years ago. You know what I mean? If you don't have a consistent track record in a market 10 times or more, like you're going to take that door deal or you're going to take a shitty front end deal and maybe a back end. Like, but if they have no confidence in you, there's probably a reason, you know what I'm saying? And, but this is again where you find the people to work with and the ones that want to help develop those bands.
Absolutely. We got Danielle G in the house.
What up, Danielle?
How you doing, girl? I think I spotted a Christopher Nishida sighting here somewhere.
I love Chris, man. Hell yeah, they're out there crushing it on tour right now, up in the Pacific Northwest, dude. Just killing it, man.
Scotty Brown says, "Get to work, Tim."
I love you, Scotty. Oh yeah, dude, they
We
rock. I
love
love those guys.
the whole Kyle Smith family. They are just a force to be reckoned with.
It's amazing, man. I've never, again, like I haven't worked with a band where I've seen this specific type of organic progression as quick as I've seen it. It makes me worry sometimes about like burnout and stuff like that, but we're working on that. Like we're strategizing already to not burn out. You know what I mean? Like instead of playing every market 2 or 3 times a year, we're going to do it once or twice a year. You know what I mean? And that's what I love seeing when you see that growth and just amazing humans that are doing that every single night. Like all you want to do is be a part of it and just help continue to make it grow.
Hell yeah, especially when they come with blow-up dolls. They're such a
Blow up dolls, surfboards, whatever, man. You gotta keep that party rolling, bro.
All right, so we got a couple of answers for best animal that would dance reggae if properly trained. All right. So Jesse Duran says bird. Okay, I could see that. Eddie says chickens being funky. Okay, we're going
Dig
on
it,
the
dig it.
bird theme. Oh shit, we got Scott Weiss in the house from Underground Roots.
Now, Weiss, Underground Roots, what's good, brother?
Love Underground Roots. Sunshine is sunshine. I love how I'm talking about myself in third person here.
Just reading, whatever.
I'm a huge supporter of Underground Roots. You guys love Scott. All right, Brian Harding says a panda. Ooh.
Panda's good. Panda's good. I like that one. They're definitely stony too, for sure.
Jason says panda as well.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Let's see. My wife says,
My wife.
is that a I think is that a pterodactyl? Pterodactyl?
Hey,
Oh, that's also like a bird s.
almost a cacaw. Yeah.
Oh my god. Literally we have issues.
It's like in the original Harold and Kumar when the fucking extreme guys are in the fucking place. Dude, just doing the pterodactyl noise. I'll never forget that. Always go back to that. Always want to do it when I go on a 7-Eleven. I think it'd be awesome.
Oh, when you do it, please film it so we can like make content gold off of that.
Let's do it, man. We'll hang up little slaps for all the bands that got shows coming in town too.
There we always time, Tim. This is why you get paid the big bucks. All right, let's see. We got Paul Chavez in the house. He says,
What
the
up?
legend, we love you, bro, from your boys Jalos and the Rebels.
Oh yeah, man. Great people, dude. Awesome to work with, man. I definitely want to get working on some more shows with them for sure. They're good people.
Oh shit, we got Kyle Smith in the house.
Oh shit, you're supposed to be on stage sound checking, bro. Let's go.
All hail the mighty Kyle Smith.
Hell yeah, dude. One of my
he seems
favorites,
to
man.
be-
I mean it.
He's definitely a reoccurring theme on the Sunshine Show. And we love Kyle here so much that I might be having an interview coming up with him very soon. You guys
Hell yeah.
stick
Need to get
around.
that. Fuck yeah. I love it.
Gotta stick around to it.
Yeah, you gotta find him when he's not on tour. Dude just stays touring all the time. I'm not complaining. I love it. Like I fucking love it.
All right, we got Chris Bowen in the
What
chat.
up? Chris Bowen vibes. Hell yeah.
Now, I believe Chris Bowen actually just dropped a new single music video.
Fuck
You
yeah.
guys make sure and go check that out.
Love
All right,
it.
let me see. What's this say? Kyle Smith. I just want to comment that Tim is the only reason why our lives have changed so much over the past 2 years. So many opportunities would have never been possible for us without him.
Takes a team, man. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Kyle's one of my favorite people to work with. We are on this different business level, friend level, mutual agreement, strategic minds. Like, I couldn't be happier than working with Kyle, for real.
All right, everybody just marinate on that a second. All right, so Kaylin is the only one working right now. What's going on?
Likely selling that merch, yo, hustling. Hustle and grind, baby. Let's go.
Let's just
Kyle
make
finished VIP. Doors are open. Merch is being sold.
we have Scotty, Nishita, and Kyle all in the
Hell
chat.
yeah. All on tour, all in the group. Let's go, man. I love it. The best guys, dude. Best supporters, obviously, too.
All right, let's see. Sal says, gonna be honest, Kyle Smith, Christopher Nishita, Scotty Brown was one of the best shows I've ever seen. My girl loved them too. Fire.
Dude, they're just killing it. It's such a great mix. You could tell when someone grows up in Southern California. You can hear it and feel it in the music and the vibes. And just like that combination of punk and reggae and hip hop and blues and rock, like you can't beat it, man. Everybody loves that. Who are you not pleasing in that regard? You know what I mean?
Very true. Good question. Anybody that can answer that, please drop that there in the comment section.
Love
All
it.
right. Here, one more. Okay, let's see. Kyle Smith, we have never brought blow up dolls. All purely from the peeps. So, just so we're aware here, Kyle Smith reminds his fans of blow up dolls, and that's why they bring the blow up dolls.
Again, Kyle is one of the best marketers and promoters of himself. And he knows what these people want, man. Just keep doing it, dude. That's all I can say.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so 4/11, I will be interviewing Kyle Smith. He may actually
Oh,
be
yeah.
on tour during the interview, but it'll be a really good time. All right, we got Craig McKnight from Muffin But Good
What
Vibes.
up, Craig? Muffin! Dude, some of the best muffins you ever eat in your life, man. One of the things I miss about San Diego, actually.
Wait. Dude, have you actually visited the Muffin Man?
Oh, dude, from Drury Lane, bro? Are you?
What?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Nah, dude, he's done some awesome, like, acoustic vibe sets with some great bands, including Sons of Paradise and Joey Colorado. Like, he's just done some awesome stuff, and still continues to do awesome stuff. And I know he has amazing dreams for the future, and I'm stoked for him.
All right, we got Sammy Ramone in the chat.
What up, Sammy?
Sammy says he misses you, Tim.
Hell yeah, man. Miss you too, brother.
Kelly says, Tim's so awesome. Tim's so awesome. He puts up with a lot. Excited fans that like to market.
Hey, man. I mean, if the fans are down, like, I love that. Like, market the band, street team. Like, that's how I got started, literally, on the East Coast, was just literally street teaming and promoting bands and volunteering and getting more people in those rooms and watching those bands go from 100 caps to literally arenas, amphitheaters. Like, it's a freaking amazing thing to watch.
All right, let's see. Everybody on here is saying Tim is a shredder. Okay, can we talk a little bit about you shredding and what are you shredding besides
Dude.
maybe cabbage or coleslaw or
Dude, I love playing guitar, man. I've played guitar since I was 5, 6 years old. Definitely one of my greatest passions. Definitely something that's brought me out of like dark times in my life. When you have something like that you're that connected to and can make like, you know, anything else pretty much disappear because you're playing or trying to play something or thinking about a lick or trying to remember a scale or whatever. It's so therapeutic. Like guitar is just, it's what I love. I have done some I've done some tracking with Drifting Roots and Skylar Lutz, and they've been amazing. Just awesome producers. Like when I sit, that's what I need if I'm like recording guitar. I can't think about it. I want to hear what they're doing. I want to hear the music in the background, and I just want to throw down tracks and just play to it. And they're just amazing people to work with in that regard.
very, very, very nice. We got Burke Forsyth in the building.
What up, Burke? Man, we haven't seen each other for a minute, but what a great dude. I love you, Burke.
Burke Diggler in the house. If you guys want a Burke Diggler tee, they are in my Etsy shop. So
dude, I hate to do this, but since we switched computers, I gotta go grab my other charger real quick. My bad.
no, go
Okay.
ahead. You're all good.
I'll be right
Thank you
back.
guys. No, you're all good. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me on the Sunshine Show. I know that I took quite a break. And now I'm back and I'm super excited. We're doing these about once a week or once every 2 weeks. If you guys have any suggestions for guests that you'd like to see, please drop them and I'll try to see if I can get them on the show. All right, you guys, thank you all for hanging out. We have Pacific Grown in the house. What's up, Donnie? Love Pacific Grown. That's actually the band that I play bass in. So if you guys are not already following Pacific Grown, make sure to do that today. We have so many amazing shows coming up. We're playing the Catalyst April 25th, Pleasure Point Street Fair. We are playing so many places. So you got to follow us so you can check it out and see what's going on. All right, guys. All right. We got Ouija. We got Jesse. We got my beautiful wife in the house. We got Steven in the house. We got Jessica Harper, Cassidy, Megan Richardson, Andy Williams from Toronto. All right, Kelly Henderson, Jules Shepard, Scotty Brown still there. Oh my God, and he's back.
Hey, we're back.
Very cool. No, all good. So we found out that Andy is from Toronto in Canada.
Oh yeah. That's one place I haven't booked. I finally just booked Canada for the first time. We got Kyle Smith on this Skyline Reggae Fest in Victoria, British Columbia, and we're freaking super pumped on it.
I literally need a soundboard, so every time somebody says Kyle Smith, I could just you know?
like a monkey or a sloth noise, if there is a sloth noise. I don't even know.
Sloth noise. Absolutely. Oh, look, Kyle, bless his heart, Kyle. I've never once associated my name or brand with blow up dolls.
We know other people that have, though. Too funny.
We love you, Kyle.
Love it.
Andy wants to know, are there blow up pterodactyls though?
That
That's
would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Love to see that. Get on that surfboard and just hold the pterodactyls up. That'd be freaking sweet.
And Jesse went ahead and commented, and he's never promoted butt plugs either. Okay.
Hey, I don't do that. Nah. Why would I do that?
All right, I'm trying to go through these questions. I'm trying to go through these comments. You guys, thank you so much. If I didn't get to a question and pass it up, just drop it there in the comment section. I'll try to get to it again. Let's see. Lynn says we had a hardcore band in second grade.
Oh, did we ever? Me and my bro, man, we definitely did. There were a couple of them actually, hardcore bands, punk bands. I mean, we grew up in that scene, and it was honestly amazing to be a part of. I've actually been listening to a lot of the bands that we used to play with in Virginia and DC when we were 18 years old. I love going back down memory lane like that. Just amazing music that didn't get the credit it deserved. Yeah, man, it's fucking awesome.
All right, let's see. Jessica Harper wants to know what was your first concert, Tim?
First concert was Total Chaos, man. Total Chaos punk band from Orange County, punk, hardcore, whatever you want to say, punk for sure. And we saw them at this place called Jackson Springfield. It was a place we ended up playing as kids, like as teenagers. That was a place we would play shows. And it then turned into, I think, Empire in Springfield, Virginia, or something like that. But yeah, man, Total Chaos. I'm having a hard time remembering who they were with, but the freaking show was amazing and obviously got us hooked. We were already in a band, but I saw my first show. My mom told us not only were we not allowed to go to shows, we're not even allowed to ride in our bassist truck. And we were like, we're out, like strode up Springfield from 30 minutes south of there. And just best time of my life. Made me realize I had to be doing something in music.
Where is Mama Azzy? I was really hoping to see her in the chat tonight.
She was so upset when I told her when we were doing this. She goes, "Are you kidding me?" Like last time she was in a meeting, and then this time she's in a meeting too. She'll probably show up 15, 20 minutes or something like that. But yeah, she's a hard worker, man. All she does is work. So all I do is work. So that's why we work so well together.
It runs in the blood.
It does, man.
All right.
Or at least in the name.
Let's see. Oh, we got Brittany Latimer.
Brittany, that's a promoter you want to work with. We were talking about it earlier. I'm telling you, man, get to Boise, work with Brittany, get some dope locals on the show. You're going to have a good show in Boise.
All right. Sean says Offensive Solution.
Oh, man. That was a band we played with. Oh, God. We had good times with them. If anybody wants to check them out, you can find YouTube videos. We're probably on a couple of them. But Offensive Solution from Manassas, moved to Richmond, Virginia. Just a great band. Amazing.
Jason says The Handicapped.
The Handicapped. That was our band with a T and a mohawk on the like handicap logo. We just had the handicap carrot and a little mohawk on there. It's offensive, and it probably wouldn't exist these days. But it did then, let me tell you. We had everybody rocking jackets, fucking patches, everything. The handicap, dude. It was amazing.
Oh man, that's too funny. Like Carrie in the house with the Carrie. How you doing? Thank you so much for hanging out with me and Tim tonight.
What up?
All right, let's see. Kyle says definitely blow up alligators. That's what we're talking about.
Blow up alligators are dope. You could surf those guys too, man. I love it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Ooh, we got Chrisella.
What up?
Wait, am I saying her name right? I remember last time I hung out with Jessie, she told me.
I think that's right.
Chrisella?
Or just Chris. You say Chris.
Chris, what's up, Chris? How you doing, girl?
Got it.
All right, just going through these comments really quick, trying to check out what's going on. All right, what are some of the things you miss about San Diego besides Lindsay and your brother, obviously?
Oh man, when we moved there, the day we moved there, just driving down the highway and actually seeing the ocean on the highway was freaking amazing. I mean, we've seen it like in Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, whatever. It's not the same, you know. You're looking at turquoise, blue water. It's clear from a cliff, and everyone's surfing. Everyone's living that California life. You can never forget that. Me and my brother, we spent a lot of time when we first moved out there just going to different beach spots, hanging out, you know, learning the scene, meeting the locals. And you got to do that in every little community because San Diego has hundreds of them. But that was one of the best things about San Diego is just all the different communities, similar to Denver in that regard. But just all of them are super cool.
All right, very good. You guys are hanging out with Sunshine and Tim Azzy, the number one booking agent in the world. You're welcome.
Hey, thank you.
If you guys have any other questions, comments, suggestions, we've been going on for about an hour. We'll start wrapping this up in about 10. So get them in while you can, because this only happens once a year.
Hey, no, super stoked to be back here with you, man. We had a great time last time. This one was just as fun.
Oh, yeah. We always have a good time.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Who is Dana Wilson? Do we know a Dana Wilson?
Dana. I was thinking Dana Carvey for a second. I don't know Dana
But
Wilson.
he wants to know who we are, and we want to know who he is.
Oh, I don't. Uh,
Hi, Dana. Thank you for hanging out with us.
I don't know. That's a made-up last name. What Dana are you?
All right, let's see. Next question from the one and only Kyle Smith. Tim, what are 5 things an opening band should never do?
It's a great question because I love talking to bands about what it means to support. Um, but 5 things an opener should never do. Don't say you're going to bring people to a show and not do it. Basically saying don't just agree to a show and not promote or market it. Don't play other shows within a month of our show if you're an opener, number 2. Number 3, don't be a diva. Don't have an ego, you know. Number 4, if you're planning to backline, plan it way ahead of time. If an agent doesn't have anything to do with that, talk to the band members themselves, okay? And number 5, don't get drunk and be a dipshit at a show that we're representing as professionals, period.
Say the last one again.
Don't get drunk and be a dipshit at a show where we're trying to present it as professionals.
These are all very good things, and I hope you guys are taking notes because this is the man, the myth, the legend. He's been working very hard to get where he is, and we must heed his advice.
It takes hard work, man, but dude, I love it. I freaking love it.
All right, let's see. Jason says, "Am I not turtle enough for your turtle party?"
Oh my god. We can disregard.
John Larkin wants to know who the fuck is Kyle Smith.
You'll find out quick, I promise.
All right. Can Tim get drunk and be a dipshit? Question mark.
It happens, man. It happens to the best of us. I try not to do that, but God, I mean, who doesn't go out and have a good time sometimes? You got to let loose, whatever. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. You don't necessarily got to get drunk, but I love having a good time just as much as the next person.
Jay Bird says, "Caca." No.
Yeah, I bet he did. I bet he did. The infamous bird right there. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta love that bird. He says, "Uh-oh, I gotta watch the rules."
I love it. So good, man. If nobody knows who Jaybird is, man, you got to listen to Tomorrow's Bad Seeds. Jaybird's the bassist of TBS. TBS is a great band that I work with. I love working with them. Just amazing humans that write and perform amazing music and understand what playing music live is all about.
Because it's not okay. So let's talk about playing music live and what it's all about, because some people think it's just about getting on stage and sounding good, but I think it's so much more than that.
It totally is, man. I mean, you can have bands that don't sound good or, whatever, but people still want to book them, and there's a reason for that. It's followers or monthly streams or, they have great content and engagement or anything. But, I mean, obviously, to make a great show happen, you want the music to be amazing. And if it's not the music, you want that performance and production to be absolutely top par.
That's where I was getting at. I feel like the music, yes, it needs to be solid, but also the stage performance, the way you're dressed,
Yep.
The way that you present yourself, all these things have so much to do
100%.
with being a band. And I am a huge firm believer on that.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. A lot of bands don't even understand exactly what their identity is till they start doing these things on stage and making it a part of their performance. You know what I mean? And that's awesome to see when you're working with developing bands. Like, I love seeing it.
Oh my God, Scotty Brown says he's probably drunk right now. Are you referring to Tim or Jason?
I am not, I promise. Just
Oh,
water for me, man. The old Cali Roots bottle.
let's see. Brittany Latimer says that you like to let loose at closer to the sun.
Closer to the sun, man. We have some good times. Dude, I didn't get to go last year, and I'm not going to go this year, but I'm hoping 2025 we'll be back there in December 2025.
Oh yeah. All right. Kyle says Tim works from home. He can get trashed.
Yeah, I don't actually leave the house, honestly. Jess hates it. I love it. Whatever.
All right, let's see what Luigi has to say. Tim, have you had a nice friendly stroll down Colfax Avenue or Federal Building at night yet? P.S. I'm kidding. Don't walk those streets in Denver.
Yeah, no, I would never walk them. People want to hit me every time I'm close to the curb, so I would never walk on those streets. Absolutely not.
Dude, I played a show. So funny story. So one of I think like Sancho's Broken Arrow is down on Colfax Avenue. And we were on tour at the time and we were like setting up. It's right across the street from Cervantes. Isn't that
Okay.
Colfax?
That was a Jay Bianchi one, right?
Yeah.
Sancho's? Yeah, yeah, I remember. I don't know if it's still there or not.
I think he might have sold it. So I think it has different owners now. But
Okay.
I was walking down Colfax and this guy, I can't remember what his name was. It was like something horse, something horse. And he follows me into like the Chiba Hut, which is like a sandwich place or whatever.
Totally. Totally.
Literally follows me in there. It's like he's just some dude. He was creeping me out. And finally they like kicked him out, but they thought he was with me. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
no.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, man. You never know what you're gonna find in those Chiba huts, bro. Watch out. They're in San Diego and Denver. They're still just as good everywhere.
They got good food there, though. I will
Yeah,
tell you
great
that.
food. Get that pinner or that blunt. Oh, watch out.
We got
The
Melissa.
White Widow. The White Widow blunt, son.
We got Melissa Lynn in the house. She says,
What up?
"Tim."
Melissa Fisher. What's good, girl?
All right, all right, all right. Just trying to go through some of these comments, see if I missed anything. All right, Kelly says, Tim is the most professional person I've ever communicated with.
Dude, it's something I thrive on, man. I mean, obviously, I grew up working jobs my entire life. Most of them consisted of customer service. I mean, that's every freaking job you can ever have in life is it's customer service. So, knowing the customer's right, knowing they're wrong, knowing you're right, knowing you want what you want, and it's all customer service, dude. I get it. But no, dude, I literally like it's one of my things. Like I want to be as transparent as possible, as honest as possible. I don't want to take advantage of one side over here, and where this side's going to take better advantage. I want everyone to take the same risk. It's all about developing the bands, man. That's all it is.
All right, John Larkin says, sticky icky with honey toasted.
Yeah, that jam good too, man.
We got Jordan Branch in the building. What's up, Jordan?
What up, Jordan? Luckily, we can go back and watch these things, man.
Wait, what'd you say? Luckily, what?
He said I missed it. I was saying, luckily, we can go back and watch these.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's the best part about these lives.
Yeah, absolutely,
Sean wants to scratch your beard. What do we feel about how do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I like the scratching that much, dude. I don't know, but if it's Sean, it could probably happen, man. Sean's close to it.
You could probably have like a monthly membership where people just go to your door and you can charge to let them scratch.
We charge it for sure on that, man. Definitely. $10 a scratch. Let's go. Beard scratch.
Rama Kim.
Cool. Rama, what's good, brother? Rama's awesome, man. Boom Roots Collective in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, man. Just great person to work with. Great person to know, man.
Very nice. You guys, I did want to take just a second to acknowledge that one of our own did pass away last week, the one and only Wiz Fire. He was a huge force in this reggae community, you guys. I dropped his GoFundMe link in the comments and I pinned it. Anything you guys can donate, anything at all is help me with this.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. I mean, dude, just so well known in the California reggae community, and not just that, just beyond that, all of the music community. Amazing person, from what I hear. I never got the chance to meet Wiz, but he was out on tour with my boy Aaron, who is still on tour and pushing through. Something that's got to be hard to do, man. But one of the saddest things ever, dude. Just totally unexpected. Happened a day after a show, like just totally unexpected. A healthy person. Extremely sad, man. Extremely sad.
So next Wednesday is the memorial, the funeral up in Oroville, I believe. I will be driving from Santa Cruz, so if anybody needs
Nice.
a ride, I'll
Nice.
definitely like to take you. But make sure if you guys have anything to donate, $1, 5, 1,000,
Totally.
donate it. He has 4 kids that he left behind and a huge legacy. We love you, Wizfire. You will always be legend here,
Yeah, absolutely,
forever
man.
and ever.
100%, man. 100%.
All right, let's see. Next question. Kyle's got them questions tonight, I tell you, baby. All right, Tim, how important are the little things when confirming a show? Punctuation, manners, respect, transparency.
To me, extremely important. To most others, not at all. It's unfortunate to have to say that, but when you're working with good venues and good bands, when you do, everyone's on the same page. Um, that's part of my job, is to make sure everybody is on the same page before it gets to when the tour or whatever actually starts. But yeah, I mean, punctuation, absolutely. You know what time load in and sound check is every day. Be there. Manners, I can't stress this enough. Every band I work with, it doesn't matter if you're playing the show. It doesn't matter if you're going to a show to support, which you should, and you should help them load in and load out. It doesn't matter if you're at a bar with your girl. It doesn't matter if you're at a football game. You don't know if the guy next to you is that manager of Stick or is, the agent to fucking whoever. Like, you have no idea. Every single day you're out, regardless of it being a show, you're on an interview. No matter what, especially a show. You don't know if that bartender you're demanding drinks from is also the owner of the bar and the talent buyer. You have no friggin' clue. You're always on an interview. And that's all I have to say. That's respect. That's transparency. Be punctual. Show manners. You have been given a show. Like, act right, for real.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel.
You learn a lot over like 7 years, man. You really do. And I couldn't be more thankful than the people that I've learned from. And that's why I always take the time, if someone says that they're interested in booking or promoting or managing bands or talent buying or whatever, I will always take the time, because people did the same thing for me. And I'm more than happy to get on a call and just go over whatever, booking, connections, marketing, whatever it is. Like, I'm happy to do it always.
Very nice. All right, Natasha in the house. Natasha wants to know, what's one stranger you still remember?
One stranger. I don't know, man. Stranger. I don't know. I can't even think of that, honestly. Stranger. A stranger I still remember. I don't know. I'm that guy. If they're a stranger and they're in front of me, I'm talking to them. And we're not strangers anymore. My wife will tell you all about it, okay? She hates it, can't stand it. If someone comes up to me and says hi, like we're in a discussion, and I'm trying to avoid it now these days too. I'm trying to get away from it. But I'm not a stranger to anyone as far as I'm concerned.
Very nice. John Larkin says, little stranger.
Love some little stranger. Great guys, great agency, just great team of people who are doing all the right things and making shows matter.
Your twin brother, Sean says, Tim doesn't remember a stranger because he becomes friends with everyone.
Pretty much, man. It's so true. I had 2 people in Denver this week who we know from elementary and middle school, and we're trying to link up, literally.
Oh my gosh. All right, Mama Cantu says, rest in peace to a dear friend and great musician. The band in heaven is the best of the best.
100%, man. 100%. Always playing music as long as they want, and then taking a break when they want.
If they want to take a break.
If they want it. This ain't the Titanic. We ain't going down. It's already done. So you just gotta keep doing it, man.
All right, Jordan Branch says, I've gone to school for marketing and I still don't quite get how to apply it.
That's awesome, because I've talked to some other people recently and they have marketing degrees, don't necessarily understand how to translate a marketing degree into what musicians need in regards to marketing. And it is definitely a lot to take in. I don't know what people who graduate from college and what marketing is. I legit don't. So it's hard for me to say how to translate that. I do know what marketing needs in music. You are looking for every platform there is to promote your show. Period. That could be digital, it could be socials, it could be physical, city papers, whatever. Any placement, any ad, any radio, any whatever, podcast, anything, all ways to promote and market a show is what every single band needs. and they don't have the time for it. I already know they don't have the time for booking because they came to me. Okay. Most people want an agent before a manager because they're just trying to book shows and get on tour. Once you're doing that and then you move on and you're doing your headline gigs, you have to understand the market.
Now, is there a science, an algorithm, anything behind it, or is it just really paying attention, knowing your contacts, knowing your venues?
I think when it comes down to it, especially in the larger aspects with these big bands, you already know who you're going to. You know who's street teaming for you. You know who's going to get a commercial placed. You know who's going to get you on that billboard around the corner from the big festival or whatever. So it definitely, I mean, just like booking, like takes forever to find contacts to do it, which it still does. Booking is a competitive sport without a doubt. Marketing's got to be the same way. But if you know what you're doing and you know those places to go, which is what every band is looking for, you're invaluable.
Very nice. Josh Bennett says, "This guy Tim is amazing."
I think Josh is another one, middle school, high school, man. We got so many like awesome friends we know. And I'm not a stranger to anyone. I've kept in touch with everybody my entire life, man, always.
That's really
Love
nice.
you, Josh.
Scotty Brown says, he's seen you talk to a wall before. Is this true?
If I did, it probably had something to do with what he gave me, but I'm not positive about that yet. Depends where we were. Was it Mexico or was it California? I don't know.
Was it
Too funny, dude.
Let's see, we got Jayden Lennon all the way from
Jaden.
Houston in the
Jaden's
house.
awesome, man. Great musician, great talent, understands how to market and promote himself. I love getting him on shows with bands that I work with.
Very nice. What's up, Jayden? Good to see you. We got John Larkin.
What up, John?
What's up, Jayden? Oh shit, we got Davy Brown, Davy Baby in the chat.
Davy Brown sound. Let's go, man. Another awesome one who is up there in that Quincy area with Tanya Drool, man. He's played those places out there, Drunk Brush Winery. Awesome guy. Love connecting him with my bands as well.
Very nice, very nice. We got Harvey HB Smoking in the house.
What up, Harvey?
Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Scotty Brown says, do you remember Apple Valley?
Oh, I remember very well. It was a long ride home to San Diego at the Tijuana border. Long ride home, boy. Thanks, Scotty.
All right, next question from the one and only Kyle Smith. Tim, have you ever had difficulties knocking on doors as a solo booking agent? And do you think not being with an agency is an advantage or a disadvantage?
Great question, man. In the beginning, definitely disadvantage. I mean, the rejection that you have to be prepared for and to anticipate, there's nothing that can compare to that. I mean, unless you were kind of an athlete in school sports and you weren't great, that's the only type of thing you compare that kind of rejection to. I do think at times, and I'm always exploring that, like being with an agency could totally help. But I also think at this point, like with the bands that I'm working with, we have built something outstanding. Doesn't necessarily need a major agency, but I love working with the major agencies. Those major agencies are who giving my bands and the talent that I work with those opportunities to go out and get in front of 1,000 cap rooms, get in front of 2,000 cap amphitheaters, or whatever the case might be. So I love working with all promoters, all agencies, all management teams.
All right, very nice. Next question coming from YouTube. What's up, Jay Santiago in the house?
What up, Jay?
Says, howdy, y'all. Tim, what's your opinion on venues stealing merchandise cuts?
I love that question, man, because obviously when I got involved, it's definitely a thing, a lot of times it's like 80% the band keeps, 20% the venue keeps, whatever the case might be. Obviously, there's places like Ineffable, who not only is a management team and a record company, but they also buy talent for a lot of amazing venues like Catalyst Atrium and Felton Music Hall and Cornerstone Berkeley and Ventura Music Hall. Like, I don't know, having it's hard to say, but you definitely want those venues to be on your side, man. So you got to always be willing to do what they want to do. When they're giving you an offer that's not necessarily something that you want, can include the merch cuts or whatever. Now Ineffable's focused on not taking any of that merch cut. So all of their venues have basically set a precedent. And now other venues are seeing that too. The way I feel about it, honestly, is we're not getting a bar keep. we're not getting a percentage of how much alcohol sales they're making. Keep your alcohol sales if we're not getting a cut of it, and let us keep our merch sales. And that's pretty much how I feel about
Should we make a shirt that says that?
it. You keep the bar, we keep the merch.
All right, we got Melissa Lynn in the house.
What up, Melissa? How you doing, man? I'll definitely give Jess a hug for you. It's been a while, man.
So, second, let's plan another backyard show, homie. Let's fucking
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, we had a great one there. I think it was either during COVID or right when COVID came out. But that's honestly where I got a big start with just helping the bands push with the private shows so that they had something going while there was nothing that we could get going. Melissa was amazing, opened her house, had a killer show, had a friggin' amazing asshole neighbor that would not leave us alone. But I get it. I get it. There's someone in the house who couldn't deal with noises, and like we get it, and that's the things we deal with. Amazing show still. Cops came 4 times. Went on, no problems afterward. But Melissa's amazing. We met Melissa when we first got out to San Diego. Huge Iration fan. We're fans because of Irators. Again, Jess and I started the Irators Facebook fan page. But yeah, that's how we know Melissa, and she's just awesome.
All right, Davy Baby says maybe it's time for you to start your own agency. How do you feel about that?
Dude, it's something I have gone back and forth with a lot. One of the main things preventing me from doing it is just if an opportunity came up and I would have started all those things and putting everything in motion, and then just even if I started, then I got to get rid of it to go to an agency. An agency isn't necessarily going to take your roster or any of the bands that you work with, whatever. But I like to keep that open. I consider I do have my own agency with my roster. I just keep it independent and try to work with everybody as much as possible.
Very nice. We got Jordan Weekly in the house.
Jordan, what's going on, man?
What's up, Jordan? Thank you for hanging out. We have a little love triangle here with Jayton and Kyle Smith.
I love it. We had Jayton opening some Texas shows with Kyle, man. They were great. Great shows.
Very nice. All right, Josh Bennett in the house. Are you responsible for solely booking a venue for your bands, or do you also obtain merchandise, liquor, and food?
I'm pretty much only responsible for the booking. Liquor, food would be different if we're doing a private thing. And then generally, if it's a festival, obviously all that's just completely handled on their end. Merch can go either way. You're hoping for a venue to give you a spot to put your merch up, and hopefully not take a percentage of it. Festivals, same thing. Sometimes festivals want to sell that merch, take a cut of it. Sometimes we want to get our own booth and sell our own merch. And it can be more valuable that way. A lot of times, festivals, you only get 1 or 2 pieces of merch. So if you actually have your own booth, which a lot of festivals give you that opportunity, they just want a little piece of it. So you got to rent that booth or that space for the booth. But you can do all your meet and greets at that booth. You can get everybody to come over, and you're signing stuff and they're buying stuff, and that's one of the most amazing things about having your own booth at the festival, for sure.
Very nice. All right. Next question from Jay Bird. Where are you booking us next, buddy? Keep me torn, baby.
Yo, we got that 420 run coming up, bro. I'm stoked on that, man, but I'm ready for the next always. I am.
Bring him back to Santa Cruz.
Let's go.
We got Zachary Keeley in the house.
GCK. Let's go, bro. How's it going, man?
Hey. So everybody's talking about this backyard show. Kyle said he almost died that night.
I don't know. I think a couple of us maybe did, but I don't know. It was a wild time, man. It was super fun. But yeah, that was ZC Keeley and Urban Life and Kyle Smith and Sensi Trials. That was a freaking amazing show. That definitely had to be during COVID. Oh my God. And I was bringing all the ZC Keeley Dad's Elixir, and Jess and I get pulled over and think we're going to federal prison because they're fucking finding all this shit in our car, and they pulled us over at the border. It was a joke, dude. They have our names. We don't fuck around. We don't drive to Phoenix ever.
Did we all see the flashbacks coming?
They were coming, bro. I started sweating for a second, man. We had Jordan Stark, Sensi Trails with us, and they thought he was our 11-year-old son. I was like, dude, he's of age, bro. We're done here. Let's go. It was a wild time, man.
Oh man. All right, next question from my beautiful wife Lindsay. Tim, which market do you want to break in that you haven't been able to yet?
I love that, man. There's so many of them, dude. Again, booking is a competitive sport. If they don't know who your band is, they don't want anything to do with you, you know? That's why you got to find a promoter who wants to work with you or whatever. But I'd love to get into Alaska. Kyle Smith and I were trying to strategize and get us up there. We're breaking into Canada. I've had Moy from Tomorrow's Bad Season, Bali, which was my first out of country show that I booked, which is crazy. But yeah, no, man, I want to do more out of country, and obviously it takes a lot more to do that. But I want to connect with those bands so that we're reciprocating and bringing, someone from the UK to the US and someone from the US back to the UK and reciprocate dates. Like that's what I'm all about. And I definitely have some opportunity and options to do it. It's just it's extremely hard when you're trying to pitch a band that nobody knows about in the States. You know what I'm saying? Same thing in the UK, trying to pitch a band from the States nobody knows about. And that's why you package these things with like awesome bands and how you make successful shows.
All right. Everybody's saying that the reason Kyle almost died that night was that he choked on some steak.
Oh no, he had a peanut allergy.
What? Oh,
Peanut allergy. Yep, I've seen it happen a couple times with Kyle, man. That's exactly what it was. He ate something that he did not know had peanuts in it. That's exactly what it was. Peanuts. Peanuts.
We need to get Kyle a shirt that says he has peanut allergies.
Absolutely no peanuts.
No peanuts for you.
For real, dude. Straight up. I can't remember what that was, man. I do not remember what it was, but it was a peanut allergy for sure. It was. Definitely.
Everybody else thinks that he almost choked on some steak, but maybe it was a combination of the two.
Maybe.
Hey, this is how rumors get spread, okay?
Hey, tell me about it. I try to stay far, far away from those.
I was like, actually, I love peanut butter. It's one of my favoriteest things to eat. All right, let's see. We got Andy Papas in the house.
Andy, what's good, brother? He's awesome, man. Awesome person, awesome supporter, street teamer, promoter, everything. Like, has all the connections, supports all the bands. Just a great guy to be around.
Andy, I believe, is the street team leader or the founder of the Love You group. If you guys are not already a part of that, go check it out. There's some really cool things happening in that group. Andy, thank you so much for all that you do in the community. All right, just trying to look at these comments. You don't have to go back and read them, Tim, at the end of the night.
I'm going back.
Hilarious.
I'm going fucking back.
All right, Josh wants to know if somebody was trying to introduce something like Bonner water at a show, could they reach out to you?
Yep, they should.
And
I think we did this on the last one too. I can't remember. But it's great to hear this coming from your friends from high school, man. I love it. Oh my god, there's so many stories behind that. We'll go through it one day.
Well, he says here, Bana Wata.
Oh yeah. So all of us, Josh, Jay, me, my brother, we all worked at this car wash together.
Oh.
We all worked at a car wash, and there was like Rain-X bottles outside. I'm just gonna get into it. There was Rain-X bottles, and you gotta spray the Rain-X, and then you gotta spray the water, mist it off, get the fucking streaks out. Well, one of my buddies put on the water bottle boner, literally. So from that point out, we just literally called water boner water, or anything else for that matter. So it's stuck, as you could clearly see.
We'll also make you a shirt that says boner water. Okay,
love it.
Perfect. Jason also asked Renob or Anaga.
Oh yeah, we don't gotta worry about any of that, man. Anybody can read backwards, they figured it out. So
thank you. Got you. Good. All
more
right.
high school, middle school shit there.
Going past all the steak talk. All right, let's see. You guys are so great. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me and Tim. This has been a lot of fun tonight. Kat says, poor Jordy.
Jordy?
Poor Jordy. They thought he was your 8-year-old child. Is that what you said?
Yeah, man. Good thing for Jordy is he's out playing drums for Jacob Knoll, Jacob's Castle, who's now the frontman of Sublime. So Jordan making all those connections, couldn't be more proud of him.
That's pretty awesome. So maybe we shouldn't go there, but we will.
Hey!
So what do you think about all the hoopla, all the fighting between the Sublime with Rome and the original OG Sublime fans?
Yeah, man, there's actually been a lot going on, honestly, and I think a lot that people just really have no idea about, to be honest. But when it comes down to it, I think everybody feels rightfully so that this was Jacob's spot. With Bud and Eric. Bud left for a reason when it was Bud, Eric, and Rome.
Sure.
And he wanted it to be like a more natural thing. At least that's my perspective and what I think. I couldn't be more stoked for Bud and Eric to be back together. I know Eric had a lot of health things going on too, but I think all of it's under control now. Dude, they're on every festival there is this year. Like it's friggin' amazing to see. It was going to be one of my first festivals right before Brad passed in like I think '96. That's when he passed, and it was called Smoking Grooves Tour, and they were on the bill, and we had tickets, and then obviously they weren't there. Then it would have been amazing. Obviously, it would have been my only like first actual like Sublime show with Brad. But man, I've seen Jacob crush. I've had Jacob open shows with bands I worked with. He has a great team behind him, and I really expect to see Sublime blow up again. Like that's what's going to happen.
I remember the first time I actually, like, learned who Sublime was. I was in, like, the ninth grade probably, and I was in, like, like a cover band or whatever, and we were learning, "What You Got," I think, and I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah,
this is really cool," and then, Daniel, who was in the guitarist for the band, he was like, "Oh, this dude just died," and I'm like, "What?" Like, it was crazy, like, I learned about them after he had already, like,
yeah.
passed. It's
And
just
most people did. Like a lot. I mean, anyone from our generation, and especially after, like they have no idea. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's just what's crazy. Like that's one of those bands that did all those things. Doing it the right way, going out and grinding and forging your own path first, and then finding management, and then management understanding the dream behind the whole thing. Which management ended up being Slightly Stupid's management as well. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's just awesome to see. It's awesome to see Jacob, Bud, and Eric together. An extremely awesome team behind them, and I just can't wait to see all these shows coming up.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping this up in a minute. I'm trying to get through all these comments. Jayton says if anyone's looking for a show to go to in Texas tomorrow, he's opening for Josh Heinrichs in
Hell yeah,
Kemah, Texas.
Kima. Yep, just outside Houston. Yep.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm all about those shameless posts too. Josh Heinrichs in Texas, and then Florida, and then California. He's gonna be killing it. Those shows are gonna all be amazing.
Okay.
Am I doing this now? Am I going into my plug?
Oh yeah, in a second. In a
All right,
second.
cool.
So do you read that comment I just put on the screen there?
Someone's meat was. That's right, dude. I started thinking about it, and I think he is right. It was one of the fucking tacos from the taco truck or some shit. That's right. It was somewhere else with the peanut allergy, man.
That's
But that
what
was a
Jesse.
couple nights.
Moving on to Jesse, she says that's another time he almost
Yeah,
died.
that was just another time. Yeah,
Get
Kyle
it
Smith's involved. You never know, bro.
Lindsay says you're oddly excited about Kyle's peanut allergy.
No, I'm not excited. It's just I swear it's come up multiple times, man. It's crazy. Like people don't fuck around. Like if you have a peanut allergy and people are just feeding you shit, you have no idea. Like fuck, dude.
All right, Kyle has left the building. He says, "Love you, Timmy. Thanks for everything. I'm going to leave the green room before I get canceled by Earth again for resting."
Yeah, dude, they're out there crushing it. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but he keeps posting like the last 4 shows have been sold out. If you haven't gotten tickets for this tour, get your friggin' tickets. The next one's gonna be in a bigger venue and the prices are gonna be higher. So just go to a show, man, for real.
All right. I'm going to answer a couple more of these comments and questions. I'm going to start wrapping this up, guys. We've been on here for about an hour and a half. Thank you guys all for being here. You could be anywhere in the world when you're here with me and Tim, and it means the absolute world to us. I'm going to go ahead and drop that the plug for the Whizfire GoFundMe. Once again, I do have it pinned in the comments. If you guys have any amount of donations to make whatsoever, please donate. And if not, just share the GoFundMe and kind of get it out there in the world. Thank you guys so much. All right, one more question by Jay Santiago. Tim, what's your favorite booking and separately your most successful?
Man, that's a great question. Success is a hard word for me. And it's something that I share with all the bands that I work with is there's so many different levels of success. Um, I finally feel successful in life just because of what I've been able to accomplish helping other bands. One of my favorite bookings, most successful, is probably this 420 gig we have for Kyle Smith. Him headlining for Buck09, like and Guttermouth. Kyle Smith's headlining for Buck09 and Guttermouth on 420 in Long Beach. Like it's fucking insane. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. But it's what it is, and it's gonna be a killer show. that's something I'm super proud of. And then honestly, just festival placement and tour placement, where these managements and agencies get it, they understand, they see these bands fighting and grinding and eating all the shit you can eat. Like that's what they see, and that's what I like to help people with is eat that shit. It sucks. You're gonna lose the taste one day. You're still gonna eat it, but just keep eating it, and then it'll slowly go away. That flavor just diminishes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing as like, don't think about money. Like when the time's right, the money will come in. You gotta always have these side hustles and other income in streams that are like happening. Like, because music's not it. Music's for a lifestyle. It's not for money until you break it, and that's the point. Like, that's the whole point. Seriously.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Very nice. Listen, you guys, all of your questions are equally important, and I wish that I could get to every single one of them, but we are getting to an hour and a half, and I know Tim is a very busy man. I don't know what's going on outside of my house here. People want to see the pig. That's what's going on. Tim will go back and read the questions if I didn't get to one, and maybe if
For
it was
sure.
important enough, maybe he'll message you back.
Yeah.
But this one seems kind of important. Davey Baby says, "Whose ass do I need to grab to get in the festy circuit as a small stage prostitute?"
It's a funny way to put it, but it might not hurt sometimes. That's all I'm saying is, festivals know who they want, years prior, like they do. One of the biggest discussions I have with artists that I work with is, how do we get on it? And I'm like, we can submit all you want. You can submit, I can submit, your manager can submit. When a festival wants you, you'll know it. And that's pretty much the only thing you can say to not demotivate someone so much that it makes them quit their career. Like, festivals are one of the hardest things to get on, just like supporting large acts. Like, just keep doing what you're doing, keep fighting the fight, keep promoting and marketing your shows and getting those hard ticket numbers. And if they see your hustle and your grind, they're going to invite you to be on that fest.
Now, Tim, do you work with any signed artists, or are they all independent artists?
Signed in respect to,
Like a record label or?
so Joey Harcum is with Mammoth Music Group. He's one of the only people that I work with specific management, but some of them also still have like record deals. They can release their music through these record companies, which are also management companies, but their music's only being released through it, and they don't actually have a contract with them other than the release of the music.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it's kind of a loaded question, but there's so much behind that for sure.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Just trying to see if there's any other questions. Hi, Mama. I see you still there hanging out and supporting all you.
Hell yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night, Kat. I hope you have a good night. Wife says, I love you. Tim, I love you. And Jess, I miss you both. Great interview. Very good. All right, so we're going to start wrapping this up, Tim. We've been going strong for an hour and a half, and I still feel like we haven't really gotten down into the nitty-gritty. So we might have to go ahead and do a rewind and repeat in about 3 to 4 months just to
Yeah,
catch.
let's do it, man. I'm always down, dude. This is always a great time.
But why don't you go ahead and give us a little rundown of who's out on the streets right now, who's playing shows and where?
Absolutely, man. So Josh Heinrichs is in Texas this week, and when he finishes that run, he's got a Florida and a California run. Kyle Smith, he's killing it up in the Pacific Northwest on a headline tour, and then we're off to a headline East Coast run and a couple of festivals before Scotty's wedding, actually. Drifting Roots on the East Coast before a big tour announcement coming up. Can't wait to announce that one. It's going to be some amazing shows. Aaron Wolf and the Irie, they're in Colorado, heading to Texas and Florida right now. They got Nelson Ledges with Bad Fish at the end of May. Joey Harcum, he's killing it on the East Coast right now, getting ready to hit the Midwest, coming out to the West Coast. Mike Pinto is about to hit Florida and the East Coast. Dale and the Z-Dubs just finished with Ballyhoo, out now with Pac Dub, Pacific Dub. Prayers to them. They had a van issue the other night, but they're back on the road tonight in Atlanta with Dale. Stoked to make that connection with them. I think they've been doing some great shows together. They'll be doing Durango, Vegas, Arizona, California after that. Then Dale's going out with some cashed out dates we just announced yesterday. Got the Happies with Indre in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, and Oregon. Signal Fire in Florida. Palmer Squares on tour with Escape from the Zoo. Hitting too many markets to even possibly mention right now. And then we got 420 runs for everyone. Dale and Z-Dubs, Bumpin' Uglies, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Drifting Roots, Title 30, Florida, Kyle Smith, Long Beach, just told you about that big show on 420 Guttermouth. And then Josh Heinrich's going to be in California, Sons of Paradise. Awesome run too, 420 in Raleigh with Cashed Out. So yeah, I got great bands everywhere. Get your tickets. Shows are gonna sell out. We're super stoked, man.
Whoa!
Shameless plugs. Shameless plugs.
That was a lot of information, Tim.
I'm
Wow.
on top of it, man. I'm on top of that, Rose.
So I guess the last question is, how do you do it?
A very loving wife who understands exactly what the goal is, like literally. From when I was doing part-time minimum wage in California, barely able to pay bills. I'm not barely able to pay bills now. Like, it's not for the money, it's for the lifestyle. I don't want to go to work. This is work. I want to stay home with my dog who needs me. And I want to book bands and create great opportunities for them. Like, that's all I want to do.
I love this. I love this so much. Chrisella says, bring Dell and the Z-Dubs to Phoenix, please.
Yep, coming soon, man.
Coming to a town near you, girl. All right. I want to take a moment to give a big shout out to one of my besties, old Jeffy from Raised Fist. It was his birthday.
Happy birthday, Jeff. Same birthday. Dan Kelly, Fortunate Youth. Great dudes. And I think Brett Wilson, Roots of Creations, the day before that, man. All good dudes. Obviously share birthdays. Same reason. Great guys.
All one of a kind individuals.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Sweet Jeffy's getting his yoga certification right now, but I'm always repping my Raised Fist over here. So we love you, Jeffy. Even though you're not here in the chat, I'll still give you a shout out.
Hell yeah, man. Jeff always deserves a shout out, man. I made so many connections with Jeff. We've worked together. We've been friends for a very long time. I love Jeff, man.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a funny guy. He reminds me a lot of myself. You know what I'm saying?
That New York will get you. Definitely. You got to know what you're coming with, like, for real. Yeah, man, absolutely. I met Jeff in Baltimore at a Slightly Stupid show, and we've just been friends ever since.
Oh, very nice. All right, we're gonna start wrapping this up. I guess the last question I have for you: what is the best piece of advice that you can give, maybe up and coming bands that can't get you to book them, but are still looking for like advice on like good booking tips, maybe?
Absolutely. Always, always befriend bands, especially in other markets. You don't need to know bands that are playing your same market. You're trying to headline those dates. If you think they're a local draw and they're good and they're going to open for you and they know what supporting means, all for it. Like, do it. But always go to those shows. If you're not on them and another band is playing, that's how you network. Help them load in, help them load out. Promote your next local gig at that show. Have handbills, have flyers, have posters in the venue. Take pictures with everyone. Make sure everyone's like posting who you are with them and tagging you. Pass out free CDs. Help them, whenever you're not on a show, and you're wanting to get out of the market that you play in regularly, befriend bands, reciprocate on dates, make sure it makes sense for everyone. You don't want anyone taking full risk and eating shit on a show. So make it a great show. Like, that's what it's all about. Marketing. You got to get that person doing that shit for you, man. Like, straight up.
All right. Very, very good.
And what up, Jamie?
Jamie in the house. Andy Pappas actually had good advice. Give him a place to stay and go to the show too.
100%, man. I mean, that's huge in everything. And that goes for the bands, and that goes for the street teamers and the volunteers and the fans and the friends and family and all that. Like, if you're doing that and you're opening up your home to these bands, like, that is invaluable. You have no idea what you're actually doing for these bands. Of course, a lot of times they're not going to be able to hang out. They got to save their voice. They got to get some rest. And they feel bad about that, but respect that. They want to have a good show for you that night and the next night and the night after that. But we couldn't do it without the fans. None of the bands could.
What John Larkin says, what about Sabrosa Union?
I don't know what that is.
Aren't they from Corpus? Wait, is Sabrosa Union from Corpus? I think it is. I think they're like an old band that my old band Monkeys Doing It used to play with in like fucking early 2000s or something.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know that. I don't know that one.
That's funny. Love that, dude. Old school. All right, I'm sorry. One more question, Tim, and then we can go.
You're good.
And this is requested from Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. If you could throw a dinner party for any 5 musicians, dead or alive, who would be the 5 musicians and what would you serve at your dinner party?
This is probably going to be different from last time. God, I can't even remember what I said.
I'm gonna have to do a comparison then now.
That's right. I love lobster boils. Like I love like a deep Cajun boil, man. Who would I want? Shit. 5 artists. Bradley Noel, Jimi Hendrix, Eddie Vedder, Anthony Kiedis, Bob Marley.
Oh, that was real good.
Yeah. I think that would
And
be fun.
and you're doing a lobster boil?
That would be great.
All right, that
Yes,
was
bring it home. Thank you.
bang.
Whip that up in Denver real quick. It ain't San Diego anymore, people.
Oh man, too funny. All right, it's been such a good time with you, Tim, and always
Always, man.
such a good time.
Always a good time.
We will definitely rewind and repeat very soon. If I didn't get
Absolutely.
to your questions, you guys can just show up and at Tim's doorstep with the little red balloon dressed as it from
Or the Ferris Bueller nurse. That'd
or
be cool too. We could do that one again.
either or works fine.
Fucking love it. Hell yeah. Love you, Sunshine. Always a good time, man. Thank
I
you so
love
much. I
I
appreciate it.
love you too. I'm not sure when my next interview is because I'm actually all over the place. I do know that Kyle's interview is on 4/11,
Love it. Hell
and
yeah.
I think the Thursday before that I actually have old Jeffy from Race Fist, but
Nice.
I'll definitely post a flyer or a reminder or whatever so you guys can join us. And
Hell
like
yeah. Of
and like I said, I'm taking suggestions for people to interview as well. I'm not doing them as often as I was, but I
course.
would still love the suggestions. And Tim, send your people my way.
I will. Absolutely, man. I'd love to get my bands on there. Again, the best thing you could do is promote and market yourself. So this is just one aspect of that. You know what I mean? One of millions. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what marketing people do. Like, they understand all the ways.
All right, Tim, thank you so much. And thank all of you all at home. I appreciate you. I love you. Remember to smile, be happy, be kind. You never know what or what's going on in the people's lives around you. So just try to be kind and make sure to tell the people that you love them because life is so very short. Do not drink and drive. And I'll see you guys next time. Are you ready to say bye, Tim?
No, I'm not, man, but we will. It's all good. Such a good time. I thank everybody for the questions and just for tuning in, man. I'm always happy to go over information, and this is one of the best ways to do it. So I'm always happy to join
Jaybird, I love you too.
in.
Did I just get all red? No, I'm joking.
Love it, man. Such a good time, Sunshine.
Such a good time. Oh, let's see. My secretary has reminded me Tony Walters, 326, you guys. Bass luthier to the stars. So
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
all
That's
right.
awesome.
All right, Tim. We're gonna get out of here.
All right. Good to see you guys. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Uno, dos, tres.
Later, y'all.